Hola Tauruses, welcome to your love reading for March 2020. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM, and we can certainly set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Tauruses, for love, for March 2022. What do you see? What do they need to know? To reach your higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to divine through your messages. Any messages would be greatly appreciated. We thank you. What do you see? What do they need to know? Tauruses, love, March 2022. Can you please show me the love energies that Taurus passed out of prior to March? What are the love energies they transitioned out of? We have the Sun card in the reverse. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling. In that spread, I'll also have something you do not know about them, in addition to if they're seeing someone or interested in somebody else. King of Swords is in the upright for love energies for March. In my playlist, 2022 Sun Moon Predictions, your 2022 Sun Moon Predictions. Go check those out. Look up your Sun Moon sign, and you get a little bit of a personal reading with that. 2021s are still in there. See if they rang true for you. Other than that, look me up on Facebook, Instagram, like, share, subscribe, donate. Anything in support of my channel. That also includes comments that I read in the comments. We end on the Chariot card in the reverse for how you'll move out of March and transition to April. What is like little, I love these cards, but the edges are getting, look how they're getting like all beat up and stuff and flaking off. It's sad because it's a really beautiful deck. They just don't really hold up very well in terms like that. Anyways, so let's get started. So it looks like prior to March, you're not very happy. I mean, you're having a hard time kind of keeping your chin up, keeping a skip in your step, staying positive. You aren't very, you aren't very positive when it comes to love. Having a positive outlook, might be a little depressed, might be a little sad, a little concerned if that's even going to kind of turn around. It's almost like, you just feel like there's this big black or gray cloud kind of looming over you, and you were having a hard time, feeling as though things were going to change. No matter where you walked, it was like this cloud kind of was over top of you. What's that cartoon character? Wasn't there like a cartoon character who walks around and always has a cloud over top of him? I feel like it was a male character and was always kind of getting rained on wherever he went. If you know who that is, just tell me. I feel like it was a cartoon or animation or something like that. Just remind me who that is. It's not Linus. Linus just had that big dust cloud around him. It's somebody else, I feel like. But anyway, so that's the character I was thinking of prior to March, kind of that feeling. Now, King of Swords is in the upright here, and down on the bottom it says ambition. So I feel as though you kind of pick yourself up off the floor and you're saying to yourself, you know what? I am going to figure this out. I am going to come up with this new approach. I'm going to use my, in regards to love. So what you're saying is, you know what? I'm going to kind of be objective. I'm going to look at my situation objectively. I'm going to give myself advice from an objective standpoint. I'm going to be very wise. I'm going to be very logical. I'm going to be very truthful about my situation. And once I kind of do that, I am going to take the initiative and I'm going to move forward, in my own truth. Okay. So it looks like you're kind of figuring that out. What is your truth? How you're going to move forward in it in regards to love and kind of making it happen. I don't necessarily feel like that's a person, to tell you the truth. I feel like it's you kind of deciding to make this decision, look at things clearly, and almost like redo the drawing board in a way, okay? And mature, in a very mature way too, because the kings are very mature. But unfortunately, as you move forward, we have the Chariot card here in reverse, and as much as you want to accomplish your love goals and kind of make things happen, that's not necessarily happening, and you can't seem to figure out why. It's almost as though you want things to go this way and they're going that way instead. And usually it's because of things that are just out of your control, the environment or what have you, and it's kind of wearing down on you again, kind of like things were wearing down on you here. Except in this case, you're almost ready to give up on love all entirely. So, or altogether. So, I'm going to start pulling clarifiers. Let's see what's going on here. I liked how it was here, where you were coming up with a new direction in what you were going to do, but then it seems like you end up where you started off. We have the Two of Swords here in the upright, the Devil card here in the upright. All right, well, to me it looks like you're having a hard time because you're actually in a relationship with the Devil card, which is a card of Capricorn, but I feel like you're actually chained to somebody, whether you're in a relationship or some sort of arrangement with them, or just mentally you're chained to them, and you don't feel like you can kind of get out of it, and that might be causing you some problems. I see with the Two of Swords here in the upright, you were trying to figure out what to do in regards to that situation, but you weren't really sure what to do. You were uncertain about what choice to make in regards to this connection that you have with somebody, and it probably isn't the best connection. It's usually an unhealthy connection. It's usually someone that's not that great for you, maybe someone that you're obsessed about or they're obsessed about you, has addictions associated with it, all that good stuff, a codependent relationship of some sort. So I kind of feel that going on. But then I feel like with the Six of Wands in the upright, you totally have this light bulb moment. And I feel like you say to yourself, you know what? I can move out of this. I can be victorious. And I feel like you made a very definitive decision to kind of move away from whatever this connection was, because you realized you couldn't be victorious in whatever that connection was. Probably wasn't good for you. And as you move out of it, I see people saying, yeah, good job. Like, that you made a very wise choice, that it was very good that you did this, that you extricated yourself from this person. That you recognize that it was an unhealthy relationship. And I do see you moving victorious and people cheering you on because you had the fortitude to go ahead and do that. Why is it? So I think once you get out of that situation, then you can have the clarity of thought of how you're going to proceed, because that person was kind of tainting how you saw things, kind of skewing your judgment and what have you. So here you have real clarity once you're out of it and saying, okay, what am I going to do in regards to my love life? What is my plan going to be? But how am I going to do it from an objective standpoint? And a mature standpoint. Why is the King of Swords here in the upright? Who's this person? What's his energy? Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Sun card in the upright, and we have the Three of Swords in the upright. So definitely a mixed bag going on here. It's weird because I feel like you definitely have very good intentions. You're feeling very positive. You want to do things, but they aren't quite working out for you. So sometimes we can have the best of intentions and we can definitely give it our all, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work out that way. I do see with the Sun card in the upright, this is where you've turned your attitude around. You've said to yourself, I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay in good health. I'm going to be, very bright. I'm going to emanate this kind of energy, which, hopefully will attract other people or what have you, or just loving yourself in general, just being joyous, feeling very radiant, being very healthy in that regard. And then, having that attract others. So I almost feel like your personal being is on the right track, but I feel like the people you encounter, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, so I feel as though the people you end up encountering, it seems all great in the beginning, and then it just kind of falls apart for whatever reason. You'll connect with someone, it'll be great, and then they reject you, or you reject them because they're not right for you, or they seem really, it seems like it has a lot of potential in the beginning, and then the potential kind of falls away, and you're not really motivated to pursue it. You don't really want to have anything to do with this person, or it just doesn't have the energy in order to perpetuate. And what ends up happening is these failed connections, so to speak, things that don't work out, and it really is kind of dragging on your heart a little bit, saddening you a little bit, feeling like, why aren't things kind of working out? Somebody had was it Aries? Aries actually had a similar thing to this, where they're really kind of giving in their all. They want things to happen, but they aren't just kind of panning out. So maybe that's going to be the trend for a lot of the signs this month. I hope not. Although Pisces did have a love story. So why is the Chariot card here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Chariot card. Yeah, so things aren't going the way that you want, and now it's starting to chip away at your psyche. Strength card in reverse, which is the card of Leo, is you starting to doubt yourself, you starting to not be confident in love, you starting to feel insecure and wondering if it's ever going to happen. Two of Cups in reverse is talking about people that you're connecting with, and it can either be I mean, when you connect with these people, what happens is you just aren't vibing with them. Like arguments break out, or it's not harmonious, or you don't want to kind of see them anymore. They're dishonest, or there is a total lack of understanding in regards to what page you guys are on. The high priestess in the upright is, I feel it's you kind of deciding on a new approach and saying to yourself, okay, things aren't working out, they aren't going the way they want them to, it's really starting to chip away at me. Now it's time to kind of channel, kind of tap into my intuition. I did everything based on what I saw and what was tangible and what's logical and things like that. But now with the high priestess, what you're doing is you're kind of going within and you're saying, how do I feel about things? How do I feel about things intuitively? What is my inner voice telling me? I should trust in that. I should connect to other people doing that, is what I'm getting a sense of. So it looks like you're going to try a new approach with the high priestess in the upright and do what feels right, and what you know, rather than what you see is what you kind of have to work with. So it's almost like you're flipping the switch a little bit. So that is what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM. We'll be happy to set that up for you. Otherwise, a Taurus, best of luck to you this month. Hope to see you next month. And I will see you in the Vimeo reading. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.